Hey everyone, George here, and welcome back to Aquatic Concepts. As you can see, we're standing in front of the brand new 55 gallon custom aquarium that we put together here just a few months ago, and it is finally done, and we debuted that on my last video. Now today we were going to do a video on the unboxing of a seachem canister filter, but there was something that came up that I thought was really important for us to address because it's affecting so many people that I talk to in the hobby that I just wanted to talk about it briefly here. Now, I don't ever really complain very often about getting things in the mail. Most things arrive to me safely, plants, fish, whatever. But during this time of a lot of problems in the world as far as the pandemic goes, as far as war in Europe and that sort of thing, there's been a lot of problems with getting things on time. But there's another element and another side to this that has nothing to do with supply chain whatsoever, but has everything to do with people taking advantage of this situation and literally just ripping people off or not doing what they say they're supposed to do. And I wanted to address that today because I thought it was really important that we hit on this a little bit and talk about how we can avoid and how we need to call out these people who are doing these kinds of things. Now, I had a recent experience, and the only reason I'm talking about this is because of that. I have heard of things like this happening, and I just really haven't had too many problems with it over the years. But I did have an experience here recently where I ordered some, what I thought were a reputable company. I ordered some angelfish, and I ended up ordering them and not getting any email back from them as soon as I put my credit card information in. Usually you get something back that says that they're processing your order, or if something is out of stock, they will tell you that. They will be honest with you on their website and tell you that they're out of stock on something, and that if you want to order it anyway and get it on back order, you're free to do that. And those kinds of things I don't have a problem with. It's when somebody claims to have something in stock, they don't send back any kind of tracking on it. You pay $80 for an overnight shipment from their facility to your door, and you just don't receive it. And that's kind of what I've experienced here recently. Now, the problem is being resolved. It took me a while to get a hold of this particular supplier, and I don't want to call names out on this right now because to be honest with you, I want to make sure that when I'm saying that somebody is not to be trusted, that I want to make sure I 100% can say that with absolution, so that I am not tarnishing someone's name unnecessarily. But my experience so far with this particular supplier has just been abysmal. It has really been awful. The fish never arrived. There's never been any tracking that's been done on it. I've talked to my credit card company. They have put a stop on this, but then you've got to go through all the process of filling out paperwork and everything else, and it's just a pain in the butt. I guess what I'm trying to say is really know who you're doing business with, because it is so easy to get caught up in wanting something so badly that you don't do your homework and figure out whether or not the person or the people that you're dealing with are reputable, number one, that they're honest about the way they say they're going to do things, and that you can be assured that the product, whether it be plants or fish or whatever, are going to show up in good shape, and specifically that they're not telling you that they have something in stock that they really don't have, and putting you on some kind of waiting list that you didn't know you were ever going to go on, and you just don't get your items for a long period of time or at all. And then have to go through, of course, the process of trying to cancel the order and dealing with your credit card company. So whenever you're buying something online, buy it from somebody that has a reputation of doing exactly what they say they're going to do. Now, I understand that there's problems with getting things out there. There are many places where I go that are mom and pop shops here in the Seattle area that just can't get certain things in right now. Many different species of fish are hard to get right now. There are supplies such as blackworms and things like it. Blackworms in particularly, I don't have any of my fish that are so, stuck on blackworms that's the only thing that I can feed them. But for those that do rely on blackworms and can't get them, it's a real problem. But I can understand those kinds of things, that if you go in a mom and pop shop or you go into one of the big box stores and they don't have something, you know right away that you're not going to get what you were hoping to get that day, and then you just go somewhere else. But buying things online can be a completely different thing. So I want you to really pay attention about the people that you're doing business with. Now, there's been people out there that have been doing business for a very long time. It does not mean that you can still trust them. And they only put up the reviews on their websites that benefit them, and they take down the ones that are awful, that tell the truth about what is really going on with that facility. So I thought it was really important today to talk about this a little bit, and to make sure that when you're buying something online, that you, number one, look to make sure that it doesn't say anywhere on there that they're out of stock, and you're going to be put on some kind of a list of people that are going to be waiting for this product. If you think you're going to get it overnight, make sure you understand, and there's nothing on there that indicates that you're not going to get it overnight. Number two, look these people up and find out what their reputation is. To be honest with you, if I would have done a little bit more homework, and I've been doing this a long time, and you guys rely on me to lead you right, and that's why I'm doing this video, because if I would have done my homework, this person that I have been doing business with for a very long time, I would have found out that they've been having problems and they've been a little bit dishonest with people, and I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in right now. Now, it's not something that's can't be fixed, but it is a real problem of honesty and deception when people are taking your money and they're using it to their advantage, and you're not getting your product. That's just not right. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that when you are ordering something online, such as live fish, plants, anything like that, that you know who you're dealing with, that you look at the latest reviews on these people, talk to some of your friends that may have purchased something from these people recently, put it on your site. If you have a YouTube channel, ask those questions. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. If anyone's having problems with anyone in particular, I want you to put it down in the comments down below here, so that people out there know who they should not be dealing with online. And I'm going to be doing the same thing here in a week or two. When I get all of this settled, I'm going to make sure that this is not a one-off thing, that it's not something that is a long-term problem. I'm talking to a lot of people that I know that work with these same suppliers, and they're going to let me know whether or not this is a long-term problem. I have absolutely no tolerance whatsoever for people that are intentionally ripping people off, misleading people or being very deceptive about how they do business. I just don't want to do business with those kinds of people. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope that this video helps you in some way. I know that this is a subject that is not fun to talk about, but it is part of the industry right now. And I want you to enjoy the hobby, and I don't want you to have these experiences. And if I can tell you to do your homework and make sure that you're dealing with people that are honest and not deceptive, I want you to go out there and do that and make sure that you're not getting ripped off, because it's going to save you a whole lot of heartache down the road here. Thanks for joining me today. Give me a like on this one. And of course, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do that. We do have our podcast that's going to be starting up in May. We're excited about that, to get that back online. And I hope you'll join me on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock. And we'll be doing that live podcast. We're going to have a lot of really cool people that are going to join us. We're going to have a lot of really great subjects that we're going to talk about. So join me on Thursday night starting May 21st. Now I'm not positive of the date on that. I'll have to look that up. But it'll be the third week in May, whatever that date happens to be. And I will put that in the subject area or description area in this video here, so that you know. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you on the next one. Until then, don't let people rip you off. Be careful about what you do out there. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, we're out of here.